Work. You guys got to understand. We talked earlier, just about the ego. And that's a lot of things last night in my dreams and stuff was about about the human ego and how the human ego invents obstacles and gives people these obstacles and these mazes and these things to feel successful, to feel powerful, to feel influential, right? And what you need is already provided for you when you're a faithful person and you're kind, right? When you're faithful and you're kind, like the book of Job, what you need is already provided. You go through and, okay, maintain this, do that, balance, harmony, and understanding, and life is good, right? When we invent obstacles to be powerful and successful, it's when human selfishness, like Krishnamurti and those scientists talked about back in the 80s with that video I used to load on YouTube all the time. Having heard all this, why don't you change? You as a human being, right? And with jocks have this egotistical successfulness that that they're addicted to, and they've been addicted to it for years. And the funny thing is the people that are really good, just like natural born singers, right? Like Pavarotti and stuff. And everybody, that's hard. No, it's not. It's not that hard. No, it's easy. Okay, you just boop, and there it goes. Like I used to talk about with Luther Vandross. Like he's talking. Yeah, it is. His voice is so beautiful. It's just like, ow, it's effortless, right? It's not hard. Okay. And so there are a lot of things like Al McGuire used to say about great players and stuff. They don't think. It's like, we think it's just easy. You can do this because they can't. And I used to explain that to some of my friends when we do that. Well, just do this. I can't, Earl. Ian Baker. You could do that? I can't, but I can do. Okay, well, then let's talk about what you can do. And let's work on that. And if you can't do something, well, I didn't know, And then you can't be like Michael Jordan and yell at other people. If they can't do it, they can't do it. So let's talk about what they can do, work together, make sure that they can do it and do it well. But contest over money is bullshit anyway. So using your talents to feel successful and better than others is a waste of the precious time given to us by the glory of God, right? It's a total waste of time. And those effects, are residual and they're symbiotic. And what happens to the littlest of us affects the biggest of us, biggest dickasis. So, the lowest low is the highest of the high. So what happens to Tiny Tim affects old rich Ebenezer Scrooge, right? And so you've got to understand this, how important our existence is and how to get away from the manipulation of the ego from the ego, right? Wanting to be successful and seen by other people as being successful is something that you do that you say you love. Okay, love doesn't require a show, right? Like I used to say to the girls in the service, I could be the greatest lover in the world, and if only one woman in the world knew it, that'd be all right with me. And the thing is you don't have to be the greatest lover in the world for everybody, just for her, right? That's all that matters, right? Is that she's loved and she loves you and you're loved and she loves, and you love her, and you love her. And so that's what's important. We need a holy covenant to faithfully love, and then faithfully love through the faithful love of through our children, right? And then you get people, well, some people can't. Typically, if there's a problem with reproduction, it's a problem in the environment caused by human selfishness, by causing human needs to be out of whack by human wants, right? That's typically the issue, Now, there are certain things. Well, there's alkali in the water. So a lot of times when the ecosystem goes real bad, um, it's because of humans being out of whack and out of balance. And out of balance and imbalance knows that you know, you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You know what I mean? I want to go live on the moon. Yeah. They want to go live on the moon. Because they can. No, you can't. Oh, there you go. So why do you want to do it? Because the challenge, the ego, right? But what you need to love one another is right here, right? It's not on Mars. It's not on Jupiter to get more stupider. And at Mars, there are no candy bars, right? And so you can't live on the sun. You can't live on Mercury. You can't live on Venus. That whole thing about Venus, that's all bullshit, man. We all know it. Okay. I know it. You know it. The American people know it, right? Oh, and everybody knows that Bob Dole's a mean and nasty, mean, nasty, mean and nasty man. Remember Carvey and Aykroyd on SNL? Yeah. I almost peed. I was laughing so hard. But it's stupid. It was very stupid. I was distracted. I was raised, you don't know me, but I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell, right? Wherever people get together. Now, guys, oh, you telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Yeah, I was watching Turn It Up World. I haven't watched it in a long time. They went to this Zzyzx road, so it'd be the last road in hell. He ran a scam, and he got himself in a remote area where he could pull off the scam. But eventually, it's going to get reported. And then what happens? Well, the senator comes, and then Powers Booth has him shot. That's a totally different movie. It's about the same thing. Jonestown? Yeah, it's very similar. Okay, people looking for salvation from reality because reality sucks, right? And why does reality suck? Because there's obstacles and I invented money and you need to fight to get it to be successful in my world. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Now, miracles, I guess, they'll happen now. Miracles are a misinterpretation or understanding of things that you think you need a miracle. What I need is a miracle. What I need is you. What you need is faith based on reality. There you go. Saves you from miracles. Right? Okay. Miracle is a word like idea. Okay. And unicorn and money, there you go. Okay. Just because human beings invent a perception and invent a word doesn't mean the word applies in physics. Right? Idea. Life's eternal grace is infinite. You have relative interactive forms of communication. Are they faithful or are they not faithful? Well, if they're not faithful, it's an idea. It becomes a nuclear weapon or spy equipment. Okay? If it's faithful, hey, we're still living the Lord's Prayer. Well, we don't have, no debt, trespass. Thank you. Don't threaten me with a nuclear weapon for money because you're an idiot. Okay, there you go, see? So, an idiot, yeah, that's a word that the idiot is more of a description, okay? I invented a word called money. I invented a word called idea, right? Karma, right? And so just because people invent words doesn't mean there really are dragons and unicorns. And it costs money to make them and buy them. And like I told you that, I said, no, look, if I invent a plastic unicorn and you think you love it, can you have babies with it? Wait a minute, Sims. Oh, damn, in cyberspace you can. In Sam Harris's imagination, you can. And Abrahamic religion is a problem. Life's eternal grace is infinite. Share, care, given accordance to deed, built to last. That's a problem for Sam Harris, the great scientific atheist, who's not sure if he's part of somebody's wackadoodle science program. And he thinks the people that are religious are crazy. No, the cults that call themselves religions are crazy. The people they base the religions off of, perfecto, right? So I happen to be one of the people they base their religions off of. Well, my life stories in Revelation, and therefore I am part of the prophecy. So who cares? It's fun. I think it's I get to be me. Muhammad told me, okay, guys, I was. He told me, there's the woodpecker. He told me, he said we were going to have fun redeeming the Gospels, right? And those videos on YouTube and people that have no friends and stuff like that. It's like the reason why I'm alone is because people feel bad because the soul listens better than the mind, and the soul, there's an understanding, life's eternal, grace infinite, that they are incorrect. And I'm correct, and they don't want to be around me because it makes them feel bad. It's like, we'll stand up for the Lord's Prayer, and then we can hang out. Son of a bitch, we suck again. Right? And so it's really difficult. When the ego perceives itself as correct and believes things that are invented, then you can't hang out with somebody who doesn't have an ego problem. Because I hate that motherfucker. I know, he think he bad. He plays ball like a faggot nigger and a joto negro. I get it. And I'm still going to. I'm going to do it till the day I die. Till the day I die, man. Yeah. I am. Very sweet shot. Very soft. Yeah. Old Charlie. Such a soft shot. Well, it's putting peaches in a basket. It's not blowing the balls off a bull, right? So yeah. Boy, that little woodpecker is out there busy. But yeah, I like to shoot the basketball, but it's more they call it shooting, but I see it as more or less aiming to toss, because if you're gonna toss your peaches in a basket, you ain't gonna Sandy Koufax the motherfucker, right? And so make sure. And like with my passing, the reason why my passing was so good was because, you can throw it hard. I can lay back and throw it hard, not as hard as some guys, but you can run back and hurt somebody, throw it, wham. But the whole point of the pass is to get it there to where they can catch it, right? Now, when you're in tight quarters with a good athlete, with another good athlete, you're going to go, okay, I'm going to let this one go, hang on, right? But with most people, it's throwing the peaches in the basket, right? Exquisite pass it. Well, you gotta understand the situation. Okay, here's the situation, right? Thomas builds a fire, is getting thrown out the window, and why don't you stupid drunk Indians fall out the window with the baby? You'll break your leg or something, but you'll be alive. Drunk people. Okay, God, does anybody else get the irony of that? I don't know. If they threw the baby out the window, why didn't they throw themselves out as well? Did Thomas ever ask his parents in prayer, what were you thinking? They were drunk. That's why his children of fire and ash. They burn up everything they touch, or they turn into ash when you touch them. Do we forgive our fathers for, you understand? He was a baby. But life's eternal and grace is infinite, right? 2 drunk Indians died in that little house it's a 2-story house. Trust me, you can get out the window. You can climb out the edge, and if you can throw the baby out the window, you can throw your wife and you out the window too. They were drunk. Okay? And throwing the baby out the window, they were drunk. Okay, sure. God damn, what are they not understanding about being drunk? Okay? So you got to be better listeners. Like Rumi says about Earl. He's an exquisite listener. Yes, and I'm listening. I'm constantly listening. Guys, I am the spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. So when I talk, you're saying things that are inappropriate. You know how many people are talking to me? You know why they're not talking to you? Because you won't talk to them about... Okay, when people confess, what did they confess about? I wanted to have sex with my cousin, but she didn't, so I raped her. Okay. You've ever worked with kids in lockup? Okay. I have. Okay. Want an extortion gig? Yeah, and like I said, if you don't have the same hopes and dreams and aspirations for other people's children as you do your own, you're a failure as a human being, right? Okay, so there's a reason why Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, is the eternal spirit of the guy they call the Messiah, and you are not. Right? Okay. All I could think when they were out at that Zzyzx World was that, I wonder if they filmed it there. It reminded me of that Roland Winters, it looks like it. That Roland Winters movie with with Roland Winters and Sing Young and Mantan Moreland and with the Mexico, with the gold. That dude, I wonder if they filmed it there. Damn, anybody else be thinking that? Yeah, I guess because I was watching that going, that reminds me of the place where they filmed the Charlie Chan movie. I wonder if that is. Whoa. It's entirely tangible because the guy was rare, scamming people for money. Yeah, yeah. So, all those old places. It's wrong to build big, weird, getaway, opulent places to make people feel important and wealthy. It's wrong. Okay, cruise ships. If they still work, we could use them as practice travel facilities for West Coast football or East Coast football. Basketball? Maybe so. Just take a boat and make sure the weather's good. And if the weather's inclement, we'll play in a week or so. Do we have to play? No, it's not for money. We'll play when we get there. It's like an endless dream game. Sandlot, 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 right? So when I was doing the thing with playing different kinds of weather, well, it is fun to play in the mud. Everybody play in the mud turkey bowls with the football. When you're young, it's fun, right? Yeah. We used to do it at Deer Valley High School. Tear up the field. Yeah. It was after football season, during they literally get the hoses and so they could play in the mud. They were nuts because it's fun. No, it's fun. Yes. I used to do it. Yeah, and so it's a blast. Have you ever played mud football? Don't knock it till you try it. It's hilarious. It's funny. Yeah. Imagine it's real fun with girls. Yeah, I bet you it would be. What girls? Let's go take this. Let's go. Hey, brown-eyed girl. Green grass behind the stadium. You and me now, right? Come on. Shit. It's been so long since I've passionately kissed somebody, I probably forgot how. And I've got so much chemical toxins in my body, and the detoxing is so uncomfortable. It wouldn't be any fun. I'd be so self-conscious and uncomfortable the whole time. So I don't think about that kind of shit. I have a very understanding, because she's been horrifically abused through the Temple Illuminati, second wife. And she doesn't get as emotional and stuff. It's funny as this is how sensitive she is in connecting with me, right? The sink doesn't now, but it did for a while there. It had a back thing to it with a thing on it. I think it's because where it stunk, because that one toilet was running. And I would clean stuff out, and we would talk to help me with my prostate, everything, and she could smell the sink, and it would make her nauseous. It was like, okay, Amy, you can go. She'd make the connection, and she'd smell the sink, and, it's making me, she's one of those types. I'm not. I've never been. I'm one of those type of people that can clean up people's poop and throw up and things like that, and I can get, my dad has the same, like Amy does, the gag, it's making me sick. And I'm the type of person, it's gross, but somebody's got to do it, and this is really hard. So I'm going to help, and so as far as my gag reflex things, I understand it, and I've had it happen, but it's kind of rare. Like Dad was talking to me about when we went to Catalina Island about being seasick, and he's been on cruise ships and stuff with Tina. And same with the kiddos on Turn It Up World, yeah. No, they're cute. I like those too. It's like a guy like Peter Fabre ended up with Kaylin Gilliard. They totally freak me out. It's like, wow, that's what they remind me of. And they remind me of that. And wow, they would have made a great couple. Kay and Peter would have made a great couple, running around in a camper, going and studying things and having a good time, going and studying the past. Oh yeah, and stuff. So yeah, so well, I got to go out to the shed here pretty soon and lube the trailer, the tractor, this little tractor, and cut all the stuff around here. And tomorrow I'll have to go and cut up all the sides of the ditches and all the things they sprayed with Roundup. I might get it tonight. I probably will. I want to get it done, and I like to sleep better, so I will. No, I'm right about chemical poisoning and the way that, yeah, okay. People are so dumb. Guys, when you use poison to kill mass bugs or mass weeds and stuff like that, okay, poisoning it, especially with weeds, it cuts off the oxygen. Okay, and what chemicals it puts out affects all the living things. Okay. It's see it, pull it, cut it. Okay. I am pretty sure the companies know. Okay. It's just that it gets limited. Once it runs out, then it like kills people, and then the plant is dead. The people that are here die, and then you've got a whole new real estate market opening up for people that want to buy it and turn it into Johnny Rocket in the casinos. Hand jive. Okay. Oh, melody. Do you understand? No? Okay. God damn. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Guys, we are dealing with cloners that realized it's a bad idea to clone, because when Hitler and the sociopaths clone themselves, you're going to have to come up with something that's that can kill them and stop them from cloning. So then the robot. It's not evolution. It's just goddamn more cartoons on Saturday, and I'm a dumbass who wants to buy G.I. Joe on. Gonna out your G.I. Joe and Star Wars and Star Trek and Star Wars and Planet of the Apes, you damn dirty apes. And so you just got to understand the mentality of Zorro, the Lone Ranger, Cisco Kid. Do not forsake me, oh my darling. Yeah, the other night, God, it was horrible. As I still have a huge crush on her. Oh my gosh, she's a really good looking woman. But Lola Colt, Spaghetti Western. Terrible movie. Terrible. The music, the dancing doesn't fit the time motif, but it's to sell her because she's, and it's not even her singing really. And it's just a damn bad movie. It was a really bad movie. It was Spaghetti Western, filmed in those places like the thing that they would, the Zzyzx, XXZZ Road, and stuff. And so you're like, whoa, yeah, Spaghetti Westerns are, most of them are pretty bad. And so, but Merle, you're like, yeah. But we needed something to do. Yeah, so you go, it's like entertainment. It's weird that people are more concerned about being successful at being an entertainer than they are at being successful at being a compassionate, intelligent, caring, loving human being. That's nuts. And then they go around and everybody tells them how great they are and they want their kids to grow up to be like them. And it's like, okay, I'm going to give all my money away to these poor people that are being destroyed by my egotistical expression. Help. I'm a scientist. I'm a sports. I'm a super uber athlete. I'm a performer. I'm a singer. I'm an actor. I'm a dumbass. What's that? All of the above. Okay. I'm going to go work on the stuff for okay. So the air is better for the human beings to breathe in my little corner of genocide operations, Las Cruces, Trinity Site, New Mexico. Okay, peace out, you guys.